like a bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here, I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together, it's so beautiful, you and me. We're meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me, we're meant to be outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Good morning, cousin. I am Uncle Mike, your favorite gamer's favorite uncle, and we are back here with Citizen Sleeper here on this Memorial Day. So, hope you have a good Memorial Day. Make sure you give some compliments to those in your life and all of that who have served our country here on this Memorial Day. But let's go ahead and jump right into Citizen Sleeper and load it up. This is our text-based tabletop RPG elemental game here on Xbox Series S. I have really been enjoying it, but I had finished up the game Lake already here. You can watch those on my channel also. But here we are. So basically, if you haven't been here before, this is a game where we are on this ring world. We have our consciousness has been downloaded into this cybernetic entity thing. And we are just trying to survive, understand what's going on here with the story. And so, but yeah, it's very dice oriented, and there's a lot of systems in the games, which I like in games where you kind of have to figure out what the rules are and the motions and the mechanics and the systems. So I really do enjoy that. So yeah, and the reason why I call this the mushroom cycle here for this one is because that's really what we're working on here, is figuring out how to grow mushrooms here, because that's some of our missions over here in the Greenway. So I think we need to sleep to go ahead and go through a day cycle. And so let's just kind of reorient ourselves. We do have an apartment over here, so we've got plenty of energy. So it looks like we have somebody to talk to, so we've got to go find somebody. There it is right here. So when there's ever a, what do you want to call it, a mission where we actually have text to talk to and the story progresses, we have to do that. So, all right, so the compressor is almost empty when you enter. A couple of scattered patrons in the booth and a lone bartender. The bartender recognizes you immediately when you arrive and nods, and you return the greeting. You know already that you won't find Ethan here, but you had to be sure with your tracker reporting you dead, he wouldn't have stuck around. You look at the empty stool, his empty stool, and you smile. You can imagine him on it when his slate chirps, letting him know that the target he was tracking is dead. You can imagine the screaming and the swearing too. Is that all you were to Ethan, another target, or was there something else going on? It seems like a foolish question to ask now, when he has fled the station, but it bothers you anyway. You take one last look and walk out. You doubt you will ever come back to this place or the memories it holds. You walk back into the light of the bright market and allow yourself a smile. So this is what Feng meant when he said you were free. You can get used to this. All right, so there we go. So, yeah, we were, I don't know how you want to put it. We were property. We were a worker. We were property. And so we had a tracker, and we got the tracker out, which was good. And so that was what that was kind of all about there. So, but we don't have any dice to roll, and so we just need to do a sleep cycle and go sleep. So we can go ahead and end the cycle. Our condition is right in the middle there, so we're only gonna get 3 dice when we wake up here. And they're gonna be good dice. So let's just check what we got at the bottom screen there. We got money, but we're trying to get spores. So we're gonna come over here to the greenway, cross over. There's a gap here. It was really neat how the game did that. And we can never work the farms because no, we can't, because we were caught as a thief trying to steal earlier in the game. So we can't work here at all. Right in that spot, that's dead to us. Let's see what we got over here. Collect spores, so that's what we actually want right there. And we can go ahead and do it with a 5 dice, which makes it a 100% positive because we have a +1 to that roll. So it makes it a 100%. So there we go, we got more spores. And if I remember right, I think we needed 3 for a mission. Yes, right there, germinate spores. So we can start this. We have 4 and we needed 3. That will do it. As you see that circle going up, that's another system in the game called a drive or a mission. And so once we finish that and then we get it all yellow, then that means we've completed that drive or that mission. So there we go. So that is done. So let's see if there's something though that happens. Yes, there is now. So now we've got to wait 4. Now it's a 4 cycle clock, so 4 days now, and then we will actually grow some. So that's cool. I wonder if we can actually grow more. Yeah, we've got a pretty good dice roll here. So let's do this one. It's a little bit more risky, but I don't think it's going to hurt us as bad. There we go. So maybe we can actually repeat this once we grow some fungus. We can actually use, now that we got 3 more spores, we can grow more mushrooms. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. But we'll come over here also and use our 5 dice, which becomes a 6, which becomes an automatic positive outcome. And let's see what we get here. Okay, so we can forage for mushrooms, and that raises our condition there on the top of the screen. So that's good to know. That really helps out. So let's see what we've got in terms of other information that we've got. We've got some data. Let's just reorient ourselves with what we can do here. So we can work the greenway. We can gather scrap, which that's good. That's a good thing for us to be able to do. And that's as far as we can go with the ring that way. Let's cross back over. No, that's really good to know now that we can actually raise our condition with dice rolls. So that's really good to know. We can also now start to work here. which is good. We can sell stuff here, so we can sell mushrooms, and we can the ship mined. I'm just going to go ahead and, like I said, take the tour. Kind of remind ourselves what we can do up here. What's up here in the hub? So we've got a Weightless Wonder mission up here that we can do. I'm not really sure what we get from this. So, but there's definitely a mission up here, so we can figure out what that's all about at some point. Let's go ahead and drop back down into the ring, and we've got. All right, so here we've got some other missions that we can do. Gives us energy, so that's good. All right, so here we've got some things that we can also do, because with the data, if we look at how much data we've got, so if we can get one more this, we can actually, I'm not sure how that's going to help us. I'm not really sure. But we'll just, we don't have any more dice to roll, so we can actually go ahead and just end the cycle. All right, so we've got some pretty bad rolls here. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to get some more data. See if there's anything down here for us to do in terms of data. Yeah, here's one. Here's a one roll. Down. This is down in the network. All right, so there's that 5 in case we need it. Okay, so there's some more data. And we can do this because we've got a 3 there, so. All right, so what we're gonna need to do here eventually is we're gonna need to get our condition back up here. That is one thing that we are definitely going to need to do. So we need to work over here on this. It's one other thing that we just need to work on. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, and we can, wherever the little pill emblem is, we need to find the little pill emblem right here. That will raise our, we can buy a, yes, we can buy a condition pill, which will raise our condition all the way up. There we go. So now when we sleep, before we sleep, we'll go ahead and consume our pill. There's that. Now we'll in the cycle. We're starving, so that's not good. We're going to lose condition. But we'll get some dice, and then we can use the dice to raise our energy. So there we go. So now we got 1 energy. We got some good dice, and so now we can go ahead and start thinking about. Remember, we're raising mushrooms right now. So since we're raising mushrooms, we'll go do something else. So let's go work on building this ship. Alright, so let's work on. There we go. Alright, we got a random scrap item, which is good for us. Another random scrap item, which is good. Alright. So we got random scrap item, we got spores to do. So now, with the random scrap items, alright, we can, I don't need to buy scrap, all we need to do is sell scrap now. But is there anything, any place else that we can, yeah, we can sell stuff right here. That's where we can sell stuff. Alright, so now we've got a good mechanism here for selling stuff and keeping our condition and our energy high. Because remember, we're over here, we're waiting cycles, days, cycles, right there. So 2 more cycles and we'll have mushrooms. And then we got to figure out what to do with the mushrooms. Or what we want to do with the mushrooms. Because we've got Imphis over here, who is a character already, and in there with Imphis, he's wanted mushrooms for a while. So, oops, did I go the wrong place? Yes, I did. There we go. And let's go ahead and feed the cat. Never know what happens when you feed the cat, but why not, huh? All right, we'll go ahead and get some. We'll lose energy, but we'll get all the dice. We can use this one roll right here that's not very good to try to gain some energy. There we go, we got 1 energy. And I think what we'll keep doing is we'll keep doing the mission here to, remember we got to wait 2 cycles, 1 more cycle. So 1 more day. And so let's go ahead and do this where we're going to get scrap, which means we're going to get money, which means we can get money, we can get the mission going. So there's a good cycle here of what's happening. There we go. This is good, this is working out. Nice little combination going on here. And so this is one of the neat things about this game, is this is one of these systems that's in this game. And so there's not, really right now there's not a story, we're just working through the system. Since we don't have our tracker anymore on our character, I'm not worried about dying. I'm worried about dying in terms of running out of energy or condition. At the top of the screen there, the yellow bar is condition, and then energy, food if you want to call it. So, alright, see there's other things, see, ship mine fragments. So we gotta, there's some other stuff that we still have got to do. Here's all of our missions already. So win a ticket, you know, so there's other missions or drives that we can do, but we're just kind of sitting here having a good, we do have, was it here that had the, yeah, the business. So we've got 6, we can go ahead and do this. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, why not, see what happens. Oh, we got a stabilizer? Oh, this is, hey. Oh, we can use 1. Oh, okay. Alright, we completed that. Okay, so then we can also do this here. We've also got this spore seed. We've had the spore seed for a while, and I'm not really sure what to do with it. Let's go in here and see what we got. All right, those are just dice rolls too. Right here, this is where, see, right here, see, he wants the mushroom caps. This is where we can sell stuff. So we've already got some stuff to sell. Alright, so we're looking good now. We're life so far here on the is getting better. Mushrooms, mushrooms. So here's all the mushrooms. See, this is where we need to keep that in mind. Oh, here we go. Fragment supply. All right, let's put this in here. I want to see what happens. Okay, we're getting money for this. All right. So they get that done. We're still building the ship. All right, so let's go ahead and let's go rest. Complete a day cycle. That now should complete that. Let's see. Do we want to feed the cat? Nah. Should we get full dice? If you're wondering what, every once in a while there's something that pops up right here. That's the sun coming through the window, the top, and leaving on the green screen. So that's what that is. All right, so not very good rolls at all. So we're starving. So let's go ahead and use some of these really. I'll use this one. This will give us should give us some good energy. 2 energy. That works out. All right, let's cross over. Let's go check on our spores. So it was right here, right? All right, well we've got 3 more, so let's go ahead and oh, what's this? A crop of fruiting has oh, did I? Oh. Was it a bad roll? Ooh, okay. I think... Alright, we're getting stuff that we want, but it looks like you're only going to get a certain yield out of this. Oh, we're going to wait then on that. It's really kind of what do we want to do here? Do we want to risk 2 random rare mushrooms? No. I want a better dice roll for that. All right, let's go back. We definitely need a better rolls for this. So let's go down here and see if down in the network. There we go. Get some data in case we need it. Sleep for the day. Get some better. We need some better rolls. We're gonna be out of energy, so we'll have to use one of the crappy ones to get an energy. Figure this out. All right, there we go. We got 1 energy. All right, so let's go back. Let's get a 100% positive outcome here. All right. So we got 2 random rare mushrooms. Now it looks like that is... Oh, we also got an upgrade point. Yes. All right, use scrap items at home to get 2 conditions. Well, that's cool. Agent nodes, I don't need double data. Keep 2 dice even in the conditions. So I think we need 2 upgrade points to upgrade. So, all right, there we go. So we'll leave those alone. Let's just check and see what we've got here. Collect spores. Gain condition. All right, so we're gonna leave that stuff alone. Dice there. Actually, we could do something like over here. What have we got here? We can work the canteen or work the grow beds. So we got an endure action and an engage action. So in engage actions, chance to gain energy and engage. And yeah, that's, so we want the engage action. There we go. We've got good there. And then what I'm thinking about doing is now kind of spreading the love. Is now going back and going on the other side here at the build. I'm gonna use the 2 dice, which should upgrade to a 3 dice. Positive outcome. There we go. Nice. That worked out real good. All right, so now we can actually, we got these spores. So I really want to go to, because he was this original character right here, Emphas. So he wants 3 of these, and I've only got 1. Okay, so he needs 3 of these grow caps. Okay, so that's that. So he wants the caps. But there was somebody else that wanted mushrooms. Is it right here? No. Yes, right here. The export. 3 of these right here. Heck yeah. 80 crop. Heck yeah. Okay, so we're doing good here. Oh, I forgot we can re-roll our dice. Yeah, I forgot this. I've been removed from the game, and so. All right. Is there anything else that we can? We've got these mushroom, and we got spores. Let's go over here and just see. Make sure we can't plant these. Again, I can't use the. I can't. Oh, not this one. I can't do this mission right here. I can't. The farm stacks, because I was a thief. All right, the groves. That's working them. The aviary. That is. Yeah, germinate right here. Alright, so now we're getting, now that's another 4 cycles. We can work it here. Okay, yeah. I'm figuring this out now. We are living here. We are living. Oh, that's not what I'm doing. I've already crossed over. Alright, I think we're golden now. I think we're golden. Yeah. All right, we'll have 4 dice, and I can re-roll them. I keep forgetting that I can re-roll the dice. All right, let's try it. Okay, that worked out. All right, we can get an energy back. It should be able to get some energy. Come on, give me at least 1 energy. There we go. We got 2 energy. We got 4 cycles for the mushroom. The mushrooms seem to be the big thing, and building this ship down here. So let's go ahead and use our dice for that. This is giving us chance of scrap material. It's giving us money. It's giving us the drive, which is the mission. So we got this working out now. All right, so we're real close to finishing that up. So for that reason, we are just going to come back here and go ahead and sleep. Again, we can re-roll if we need to. Oh god. So okay, there's a little bit better rolls. We can use the low one to go ahead and gain some energy. There we go. Alright. I like building the ship because we're waiting for the mushrooms to grow. There we go. Alright, so now we've got a new text here. The shipyard's here. Your crew slowly filters out of the shipyard locker room, and bubbling chatter reducing with each group that leaves. There's excitement in the air. Heaven has just made an announcement. The assembly teams are done. Sat on the locker room bench, you feel the sidereal out there. Its hulking mass, not the ship. Its hulking mass now infinitely familiar to you. Over the past cycles, you have watched it grow, be assembled. You have walked through its veins and welded its bones. Now it's ready for the final stage. It will go to testing now, then enter a final process of sealing and resealing, checking and rechecking before it is deemed suitable for its generational trip. But for now, your work is done. You can't help but feel proud. Then just a few cycles until Celis makes the draw. Everyone is talking about it, making bets, making claims, excited about the possibility of a new life, but something niggles you. Lem. Without anyone to watch Mina, you doubt he made the construction crew, which means no place in the draw, no future. Better not to think too hard about it. There are no guarantees for anyone after all. Lem is just another victim of his own hope. You know better than that. You get ready quickly, trying to outpace the guilt. You get up quickly before you can think about it anymore, because there's work to be done. So there's a character here that's drive failed. Moving the horizon. Okay, so now they're moving it. So they are going to basically move the ship we just built up to the hub. Got it. This is also said it'll be a few cycles until the winners of the draw. Okay, so we got 3 cycles there before they say who the draw is. Fragment supply. Go ahead and track them here, which gives us money. Okay. We've got some cycles before that happens. What's going on in here? Fabricate a ship mind. But we need ship mind fragments. I don't have any of those. I don't know where I find those. All right. All right, so let's go and work on this one, just see what we can do here. Well, we know we've got that for 2 more cycles. Collect spores, forage for fungus. All right, so over here we can get more spores. But I'm trying to find a place for this. Maybe I should work the grow beds. Yeah, I'm gonna work the grow beds. We've got the seed that we've had, and we've got to find a place for it to. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And get maybe this one done. So we got good energy now. We got pretty good condition. The weight. base. This is just where we can sell stuff. So yeah, it's nothing that looks like anything of interest for us. So I think we're done with this cycle. Sleep in our apartment with the cat. Let's go ahead and feed the cat. And yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and sleep for the cycle here. All right. So yeah, it's a very interesting game. All right, so we've got one crappy roll. Let's go ahead and gain some energy with that dice roll. There we go. We gained 2 energy there at the top. And let's go see what we've got in terms of things that are happening now. So the ship has still got the draw, still got 2 cycles for the draw. And then we still got, looks like 4 or 5 cycles or days before the ship is being moved. So that looks good. So now let's go ahead and come over here on the spaceship. It's basically a ring world. Let's cross over into the Greenway now. We got 1 cycle for that, but we were up here working the grow beds. Let's go ahead and work the grow beds. All right. And this is a 100 positive roll, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we gained energy. Everything looks good. We finished a mission, a drive. And so now we've got Rico here. Oh, and an achievement. Communist. Someone who joins a commune. Yeah. Actually, I saw a YouTube video yesterday, and it was they were interviewing this good old big old Texas boy, and they were like, "Are you a racist?" He's like, "I am not a racist." And all of a sudden he's like, "Well, no, I take that back. I am a racist. I like NASCAR better than Formula One." Oh, we have a house now. Oh, we have a house in the Greenway. Well, that makes it less time consuming to have to go back and forth, but we need to talk to Rico here, our commune botanist. All right, so here we go. Hey, well, there's Rico. Check that out. You head down into the Haifa. I like that. Haifa compound, following a blue painted line that's labeled laboratories, or shall we say laboratories. The member you were assigned to work with told you they'd ask you to see you, but you still have no idea what about. The line takes you to the blue door and through to a glass roof chamber where a network of stems and leaves filter the sunlight coming in through the ceiling, casting the whole chamber in a strange yellow-green. Peaceful, isn't it? Distracted by the green, you miss the woman standing at a lab bench camouflaged by the dappled light. "Welcome to my sanctuary," she smiles. "Come, let's chat," she says and beckons you closer. Let's talk about, who are you? Of course, my apologies. She offers a hand to shake. "I'm Rico. I run the botany program at Haifa." Haifa. What's Haifa? She looks surprised. You've been working the compound for a while now, and I'm surprised you don't know more. She lifts a tiny sample jar. Yellow spores dance inside. Haifa lives off the land of the Greenway. It's what allows us to live like we do. No one here pays or is paid. We sleep here. We feed each other. We work for each other. Rico walks from the bench and waves for you to follow. She opens a small door and leads you down a glass corridor surrounded by vivid green. "All this," she says, gesturing at the overgrowth, "it's kind of a miracle." She looks at you with bright eyes. "What do you think usually happens to plants on stations like this when they are abandoned?" They die. Eventually, yes, they cannot live without intervention. She leads you left at a crossroads, but here they endured. She smiles to herself. Actually, no, they thrived. You look at the bright tendrils wrap around the metal frames of the corridor. They look dominant, strong, like they are taking control of this place. Rico continues. Of course, Solheim tried to create a stable biosphere here, patchworking the surface with gardens and algae tanks that fed into a network of microbial reclamation systems. But the Greenway was always envisioned as extractive, a place in which harvest is removed and sold to those living on the station, not a closed loop. For this reason, when the collapse came, the Greenway should have gone with it. Erlen himself was so convinced of it that his first colony never even came up here to try to reclaim it. The Eye is a space station, the Eye instead relied on outside favors and influences shipments from other inner systems and small-scale agricultural systems like kelp and fungal farm stacks. And yet, here we are, among growth and decay, a biosphere flourishing. When Haifa came here, we expected to find only vacuum-dried stalks and leaves and perhaps some fungal colonies hidden in the muck. Merch, not muck, merch. But we found a jungle. With this, Rico hits a button on the wall and leads you through a large pair of double doors into a huge, impossible chamber. It is every kind of green, from the pale algae tanks to the dark green vines. Why'd I put green in there? To the dark vines that surround them. Is wet to a rarity of the eye. Condensation clouds the light from the high glass roof and gathers on the shiny, broad leaves of shrubs. Did you do this? She smiles. Oh no, not me. Rico turns to you, visibly excited by the room you both stand in. It doesn't make sense, but in many ways the system has stabilized. Unlike the farm stacks closer to the gap who needs to input to support their meager output, this place runs itself. Perhaps Solheim managed something new here. Perhaps they tweaked the plants or built new systems buried deep below us. Or perhaps their collapse caused some fortunate cascade and an unlikely chemical reaction within the biosphere. That's what I like to think. That's what I'd like you to help me find out. She turns to you, her forehead wet with dew. Me? Yeah, you. Rico sits on a railing. These halls run deeper, Sleeper, and it's getting old. She stamps her foot on the metal grating of the walkway. Whatever's causing this is to be found in the groves deep in the Greenway. IFO won't spare anyone for this expedition. It's too dangerous and unnecessary, they say. I can make the case, but I can't get the votes. You sleepers, that's us, we're a sleeper. You sleepers are hardly beings. I know that much, and you can speak to the Eye, uncover its secrets in ways I never can. That's why we can get down into that network. She holds out her arm so you can help her stand. Bring me samples, spores, seeds, and blooms. I can grow them in the lab and study them. The deeper they are found, the better. I'll try. Thank you, she smiles, and thank you for listening. Rika leads you back out of the huge chamber and up through the passages. She's a little slower now and stumbles on the steps. You help her where you can. It's good to have new blood in the commune, she says. Many of us have been here a long time, and few have come through. She settles back at her bench in the lab and stretches her legs. You go to leave. Come back if you find something, Sleeper, she calls. There are discoveries to be made, and you follow the blue line back out of the compound, all the time thinking of that impossible magical green. Well, speaking of that she's stretching, it is time for me to go ahead and take a little break here because of my injured back, so I will be right back. And the cool thing is I have now made a timer, so that way you know when I will be back. So yep, let's take a little break, let's stretch our back, stand up and all that, and we'll be back, and we will explore probably the Greenway then once I get back. So I will be right back after our stretch break.
Hey, Rocco. Let's go see how much Timmy and Tommy will take for this. The other. Thank you, Burrito. I love him. Burrito.
All right, we are back here. I felt good to get up and stretch. I'm just gonna have to do that more often. It's just good, but it is doctor's orders to do that. So, but here we are, and yeah, we've got the seed. So I wonder if we can. All right, so they want so she wants spores. But is there other things that we can do here? I know we can work here, give us energy. So we got a work assignment now. So we're gonna have to do some stuff here. The cool thing is, again, we're a thief, so we can't do this. All right, well, let's go ahead and rest, which is really cool now that we've got a place to sleep right here, so we don't have to keep crossing over the gap. We got really horrible rolls. There we go. We can re-roll once a day. Once a cycle, we can re-roll. All right, so we're still trying to find a place, which is it's in this mission right here. So they want spores, and is this done? Wait, is this? Yeah, it should be done right here. So now we can harvest the mushrooms. So let's go ahead and harvest the mushrooms. Okay, so we've got 3 of those now. And that's what Emphas wanted. Yeah, he wanted 3 of those, so we got stuff to do now. And then she wanted spores. So 1 spore. And we could forage for fungus. Now let's go ahead. She wants spores, so I want to do this one. Yeah, I want to do this one because this is all right. So 2 spores. So we got enough down for her. Yeah, this is good. This is really working out good here. So we can see. She wants 1 each, but I say 3 because that finishes the mission. And then she'll probably be studying something then, right? And then we'll have some other outcome. Yep, see? Alright. Sleeper. Rika greets you without so much as looking up from her work. I have some of yours here. Come see. She beckons you over to a heavyweight looking console wired to a series of specimen jars, some which contain your spores. Where'd you get this? This? Would you believe, she smiles, was a Solheim console built to analyze the nutrient contents of the Greenway crop. Haifa has been using these for decades now, although sometimes they need a little tender care. You look at the machine, patched with hull offcuts, the caps between which reveal a mangled nest of wiring. If you're honest, it kind of looks like it's received a lot of care. The spores you have here are a real cocktail, a selection of types from within the groves, but I've been able to isolate a few. She taps one of the specimen jars. Here we have the Tricholamol masculinum. Rico breezes through the Latin and Japanese pronunciations as if it was nothing. A species Solheim somewhat modified for use in the station. She brings up a panel of chemical composition on her console. All gradiated bars and obtuse algorithms, or acronyms. You can see where my mind goes. This is the composition of the Solheim modified Matsutake spores. Am I supposed to understand what this is? Not really, no, but I think you'll understand this. Rico brings up another panel, identical in layout, but with widely different colors and numbers. You see that this is what your Matsutake spores look like. They aren't the same. That's the conclusion, yes. Rico glances at the specimen jars if it might have something to add. They are fundamentally the same spores, but they carry different chemicals, different signals. She leans back and sighs. Solheim may have introduced their own tweaked versions in the beginning, but the groves have and still are affecting them. Affecting them how? It's hard to tell without samples of fully grown mushrooms. She meets your eye, and herein lies our problem. She moves to another desk where the 2 trays sit side by side. The first contains nothing but plants. The second you smell before you even look at it. The pungent aroma of the fruiting Matsutake, like rotting sodden overalls laced with an edge of spice. The Matsutake here are grown from Solheim stocks pulled from the spore vault in this complex. She winks. They are delicious, by the way. She sets them aside. The empty tray is germinated with spores you collected. No activity, no germination, nothing. But the groves are full. Yes, they are. Rico looks at you directly, and you suddenly realize how much she is enjoying this. So here is our puzzle, Sleeper. Spores from the groves won't grow in the lab, but gathering fruits bodies from the groves is too unpredictable. We need to grow a fruity body from some of these spores so we can track it, understand it. In short, I need you to become my mushroom farmer. Heck yes, do this. Rico looks impressed. Well, an eager mycologist. I'd never have guessed. I assume you set yourself up in the aviary. I've been eyeing that place up for its proximity to the groves. Bring me whatever grows, not just Matsutake. There's more than a couple of variants in there, so I'll need plenty of samples. She plucks a Matsutake cap from the tray. No, now I like saying Matsutake. These little things are reflections of their conditions, their smell, their taste, their chemistry. It all derives from the conditions of their growth. She smells the cap. Enough of these, and we'll have a picture of what is happening here, of the ways in which this biosphere is modifying itself or being modified, whichever the case may be. Rico pops her Matsutake cap into her mouth, taking you by surprise. And don't worry, Sleeper, she says while softly chewing. If this turns out to be a dead end, I'll make sure that not a single mushroom will go to waste. Okay, so let's just check now what we need to do. So we need to bring her Matsutake samples or Garol samples. Okay, so, but we have a buddy over here across the way that fed us early on, and I am not going to abandon him. Emphas right here. And Emphas wanted 3 caps, so I'm going to give it to him because he's been a good guy. He's been a good guy since the beginning. So he is now making something for us. He is now Garol prep. I'm gathering the ingredients and prepping the mushrooms. He doesn't like to rush things. So we got 3 cycles, 3 days there. Let's see, let's check on things that are happening over here. 1 more cycle and we know who's in the draw. So there we go. I don't think we've only got... Oh, we do have 2 upgrade points. We can now do this. Yeah. Okay. I don't think our condition is ever going to be really too bad. Alright, so let's just check this here. All cryo actions. So we can keep 2 dice, but I don't think we're ever going to be breaking. Agent nodes give you double data rewards. I'm not really sure if we need 2 data rewards right now. I mean, it's good because there's an element of that where if we, with bad dice rolls, we can go down, we get more data, we come up, we sell the data, we get money, so there's a loop there. Let's see here, dice actions. I'm really debating what I want, if I want to even, I mean, I've got points, I might as well, I would think I would want to spend them. It would be actually kind of neat if there was some type of, if there was a, oh, what I'm trying to say, a passive, but there's no passive and really in here. All right, gain energy with an engage action. All right, I'm gonna go with this one. That way we can use scrap if we need to get repair ourselves. That seems worthwhile. All right, what have we got? We got a pill still. We're good there. We've got, I don't even know what this is. Club head caps. Strange, unidentified club-shaped fruiting bodies. We still have this place to plant it. I don't know where that goes. And then we've got HA data, but I don't know where to put in right now. We might be able to put in HA data once some of these missions are done right here. Now that takes knife, and then I also need a fragment. See, a ship mine fragment. All right, we got to wait for some cycles. So we got, what we got? We got 1 cycle right here to wait. So soon we got a couple there. Let's jump over back to the Greenway. And now we've got deliver her caps and the mushrooms. We can also work, we got a work assignment there to gain energy. And then this is where we can sell stuff, but we don't want to actually sell scraps anymore. What we want to do now is use them for ourselves to gain, because now, see, we got self-repair. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right, let's go ahead and sleep. We will now be we'll be hurting a little bit. Got good dice roll there. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and use this one. We're going to gain a bunch of energy. Alright, there we go. Alright, so let's go back over here now. Because this should be done. Yes, right here. Lemon Ming. Alright, what are we going to do here? The crowds have already gathered by the time you get to the shipyard. You recognize faces among them, people you have worked alongside on the Sidereal. The intervening cycles have turned their excitement to anxiety, and a few of them smile at you. Instead, the nervous energy of the crowd fills the space, creating the feedback loop of growing tension. Then you spot them in the fringes, Lem and Mina. They are standing, Lima carrying Mina, staring across the crowd to the entrance to the shipyard. Did they know the draw was today? I'm gonna go up to him. Lem, across to where you are standing. Hey, Sleeper. Lem looks suspicious. I was waiting for the work assignment. You know what is going on. Yeah, today's the draw. His face falls. So we didn't make it. He looks down at Mina, who yawns loudly, clearly bored of the place after so many days of waiting for her father for work assignment. He looks back at you and opens his mouth to speak. Then thinks better of it. We better go. He starts to gather his things. Thanks for telling us. He nods and slips out. You watch them go back and turn to the crowd, trying not to think of how he must be feeling right now. You pick up a spot towards the middle, out of the crush of the front, but close enough to observe. The sounds of an argument behind you ratchet up the tension. This all starts to feel like a very bad idea. This is Aster Egghart of the Celis Foundation. The announcement echoes from speakers at the shipyard entrance, and shouts of "Quiet!" rapidly follow. I'm sorry I can't be here to meet you all, and thank you on behalf of Cedra Celis of the work you have done on the Sidereal Horizon. Most of the crowd strains to see Aster's face, but the small display shows only a ghostly white figure, smudged and unclear. Cedra wanted me to pass on her personal thanks for your commitment to and belief in the Celis Foundation's mission. We chose the Eye for this project because we knew that we could find like-minded individuals here, especially among the ranks of the venerable Havenage Association. Unlike most of the Corps, we neither believe Aaron's Eye to be a threat or a rogue state, but instead an embryo for the formation of a new decentralized social structure, one where each citizen might be the master of their own destiny. A ripple of the impatience runs through the crowd. They didn't come here for a sermon. You are all pioneers, just like those core citizens who the Sidereal Horizon will carry in cryogenic sleep to the planet that will become the Foundation's first frontier world, Celis 1. At the mention of this destination world, excited conversations break out among the workers. Our citizens will be able to create their own innovative bottom-up economic order aligned with the principles set down by Cedra Celis herself: freedom, resilience, and self-sustenance. This is all thanks to your tireless efforts in the Habitage Yards. As a reward for your efforts, you may know that we are offering a select group the opportunity to join the caretakers of this vision, the staff of the Sidereal Horizon, who will maintain the vessel during its multi-decade transit through interstellar space. This draw has been performed at random by the central AIs of the Foundation and is final and binding. Please note, only licensed contractors of the Foundation are eligible for this draw. I know you have all been eagerly awaiting this day, and without further delay, I will now read the Celis identification numbers of those chosen for this great honor. With that, I shall take a drink. Coffee. Hey. A murmur runs through the crowd. Celis identification numbers, licensed contractor. You've never heard of these terms mentioned. Is this something you were supposed to be assigned? All around you, people are speaking in hushed tones like a rising wave. Aster starts reading out a sequence of numbers and letters, and panic begins to set in. No one seems to know what's happening. somewhere near the front of the crowd, someone shouts in celebration, and everyone pushes forward. Someone throws something at the entrance, and it rattles against the shipyard doors. You see, for the first time, Habitant security stood on either side, scared, arguing between themselves. You feel the anger rising in the crowd. You feel the anger rising in you too. They screwed you, screwed all of you. You were never even on the list. The feeling is an unpleasant and it is familiar. We're just out of here. You shrug off the people rushing around you and shove your way backwards. As you do, you hear the sounds of scuffles emerging at the front of the crowd, of metal canisters bouncing off the shipyard walls. You keep your head down and walk away, the sound of Aster reading off the ciphers echoing above the chaos like some strange mantra. You stare ahead in the tunnel as the security sirens sound out, a signal for the coming violence. Oh, this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. So the ship is leaving. The draw was all a fake. So there's the ship. 2 more cycles with the ship. We got 2 good dice rolls. Okay, is there something I can use here? Cook the caps, you do this, so. Yeah, that was good stuff, man. What I'm hearing, Millsy, is that it's epic. That's what I'm hearing. I mean, Rotten Tomatoes said like 98%. I think it probably has a pretty good story, but I mean, what kind of damn ass story do you need with the damn, with the camera work and the flying scenes that we've got now? So absolutely amazing. Yeah, enjoy your day. Thank you for your service to our country, Millsy. Sure do appreciate you being my friend. You have a great day. I'll see you later. Remember, thumbs up because you are amazing. All right, see you, Millsy. Bye. Okay, so we got mushrooms to cook, but we got other stuff. We got to figure out some more of this stuff here. All right, he's cooking here for a couple cycles, so we'll let him cook. So I think we got a pretty good life here on the station, so I don't think we really need to leave the station yet. That's kind of what that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's kind of growing on me. That's what I'm kind of getting at, I guess. I'm enjoying life here on the station. All right, so we've got 2 good dice rolls to do here. We're supposed to deliver stuff to her, but we don't have anything that she wants. So we can go here and we can work. So that's good. So we can work there. This is sell stuff. Mushroom Grove. What do we got here? We could forage. Okay, so that's it. Both of these are intuits. And we've got real good rolls, so I'm going to go ahead and go for it. Okay, so that just gave us that. That actually did nothing for us, really. Alright, so we can collect spores there. Or we can come over here. And yeah, we'll go ahead and this will give us a bunch of energy. That's good for our sleep. We're only down to 3 dice though, so that's another thing that we've got to keep in mind. Alright, so let's go ahead and end the cycle. I guess at some point we ought to go back and feed the cat. Alright, pretty bad rolls there. Well, we can re-roll. Alright, so let's cross over. I want to go see what else we've got going on down here. Okay, one more cycle there for Infus. That's good. All right, the Habitage offices. They require the. Okay, so that's what we. So let's go. So the one rolls actually might work out because. I want that. I want Yucatan or whatever. Nope, nope, nope. There it is. I want Hattigan. Let's go ahead and get some money. Alright, so this actually might work because for low dice rolls, then we can come down here and we get more data because then we can sell the data. That doesn't work? Okay. Because now, see, we've got the one knife data, and so now if we come back up here, and so that's a dead business right here. We can't do anything there. All right, so this is actually, we got this to do too, though. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Suppose it should give us a scrap. Yeah, so we got scrap items now. Yeah, okay. Okay. We got some scrap items now. So we need one more cycle there. Two more cycles there. So this is working out. We can now repair ourselves at our house with the scrap items. All right, so this is working out now. Very cool. Will it take us to another, or we need? No, it looks like we need one more. That's pretty good. But we got plenty of money, so we. All right. See again. Now with the low rolls, we can go. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna keep that. Where is? Alright, we need to harvest the mushrooms right here. Alright, let's think about that. Alright, 2 random mushrooms. So we got grow caps. Okay. So what is this now? This is forage for spores. Okay, let's come back over here. See what we get here. Come on, come on. Alright, we got a grow cap. And now we're done. So that's done. Okay, I see what now that is. So now we got to germinate spores. Okay. And we've got the 1. So see, now we can go down. Oh no, there's no network over here. All right. I'm kind of figuring out again the system. You gotta. That's why I like the game, because these systems of interconnectivity. Go do this, and so on. So. All right, so we can. His office. All right, here's Infus. All right, what you got for us, Infus? So he helped us out early on in the game. So Infus is preparing the grow caps. He has had to heavily adapt this recipe, he says, but the smell is already incredible. It emanates from a strange, purplish white bulb you have never seen before, and he is slicing it finely. He brushes and slices the mushrooms and then places them in the wok with the sliced bulb and the oil. They caramelize there in that well-worn crucible. He adds liquids. He adds liquids, transparent and opaque, and then turns down the heat. The sprinkle of leaves is the final touch. You have a moment, sleeper? He smiles. Do you have a story? Something in the scent of the food gives you a feeling of nostalgia, something distant and melancholic. It seems like the story should match the feeling somehow, and maybe you will feel better for telling it. I'm going to recall my oldest memories. You start by explaining that when you are emulated from a person, many of your memories are left behind. Perhaps it's an intentional part of the process, a way of keeping sleepers ignorant and malleable. Or perhaps it's a side effect of the imperfect emulation. You admit that you really don't know. What you do know is that some memories survive, and that on occasion they come back to you, like shadows of passing overhead. You detail one recurring memory which, despite returning to you with enough regularity for you to think of it as familiar, always fades as quickly as it arrives. You struggle to explain the feeling of being whole for a moment that comes with this memory, and then how that wholeness slips away to leave you feeling like you have forgotten something important but just can't bring it to mind. Infus nods throughout, cooking as he does with deft and skillful movements. You start to trail off when you realize you can't find the words to explain how the memories you do have feel like both yours and someone else's at the same time, and how that always fills you with a certain sadness, the sadness of remaining forever unknown, even to yourself. Infus finishes cooking and meets your eyes. I'm sorry, sleeper, for your troubles. He puts the work to one side. I appreciate you sharing with me. He smiles. I hope it lightens you a little. He passes you a bowl and heaps the grills into it, their yellow color mixing with the pale sauce in whirls and eat. This reminds me of like pho thai. With this, Eat. The dish is delicious, filling. It warms you as you eat in a way you weren't even sure your body could be warmed. It is a small mercy, you think, that S and ARP left you this pleasure. Many of the features of frames are there to stimulate human experience. You know that much. Emulated minds cannot be rewired, so their need for embodied experience must be met. That is why you breathe even when you do not need air. Without that simulation, the sensation of drowning would be unbearable. Food serves another purpose. Your frame is able to metabolize it to produce energy from the raw material. Vitamins and minerals are excess, of course. Your frame only needs raw power. So much is wasted. And yet, while you eat this food and feel that warmth, nothing feels wasted. It all means something to you. As you finish, Infus takes the bowl, the last of his cleaning. He smiles at you, and neither of you feel the need to say anything more. Instead, you simply exchange nods, walk your separate ways, and back into the bright market, somehow changed. Oh, full energy. We got full energy now. And so now we can bring him Matsutake broth, and he'll make something. Okay. I like Infus. He helped us out early in the game, so we can also come here. I forgot we can actually come from here, and we can actually buy energy. So I'm just looking to see here. Fabricate a ship mine, buy that. Avantage offices. This gives us money, I think, right? Yep. So we can basically get money from the knife data, that's what I'm going to call it. We've got a dice roll of 1. This should be, yep. So we can go back out here, and now we can go back up, and then we can go to the offices right here. And get some more money. So we got plenty of money. So we ought to probably start Yeah, we need to go ahead and just keep our condition real high so we get a good dice roll and we can move through this much faster. Yeah. We've got plenty of way now to get money, to get energy, to get condition, which keeps our dice up. We've got one more roll right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back to our original home, which is right here. We can go ahead and eat our stabilizer, so we're full up there. And now we can go ahead and sleep with a full energy, full condition, full dice. Look at those dice roll. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll those. That's good. All right. So again, what we can do is we can now, with those 1s and 2s, we can go down here in the network. And no, not Havages, we want the Y agents. Here we go. Go ahead and extract that data, get the knife. I call it, it's a Yadigan, but I call it the knife data. And they need 1s and 2s, so now what we can do is we can come back over here, go out of the network, go to the offices, get some more money, and again, money, we can buy energy from, like, even from Emphas. All right, the ship is gone, so the ship left. So you can see the Sidereal Horizon that was right here that we built. It is now out of here. So we are living here on the Ring World. So here is Emphas right here. So we can actually now buy energy from him. So if we come in here for 12 cryo or chits, we gain and a fungus fan. Oh, I think that's what it's called. The soup. I was like, what is that? Alright, we were working at the office here too. We were working on this. Scrap components. I don't need energy. So yeah, let's go ahead and yeah, I'm gonna ugh. That was a horrible roll. Alright, so we got scrap components. Alright, so we're going to do that for a little bit. We're going to kind of spread the wealth here. Because remember, we've also got the food stuff that we're doing over here. Because she wants stuff. She'll take 1. Oh, well, heck yeah. What does she give us? Fruiting bodies? Oh, that's the... Okay, yep. Okay, so that's that. Remember, we can repair ourselves with our scrap because we're an extractor, so we can. And then we've got 2 good rolls here because we need spores here, correct? Yes. So we need spores here, and we've got good rolls here. All right, come on. 2 spores, good. Let's go ahead, it's 100%. We'll get a bunch of spores here. 2 more spores. Now we can come over here. See, we're living now. We're living. So now we'll get stuff growing. So now we've got some cycles for that. Got some weird stuff here so. All right, so we can go ahead and sleep here. I don't need any self-repair. Don't need that, so let's go ahead and end the day. Get our dice for the day. Got plenty of money. Good rolls, good rolls. I like the rolls. So let's go ahead and continue. Let's see. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some spores. One spore. Alright, so there we've got a bunch of spores, but let's come over here. See what we can do. Let's do a full roll, a 100% positive, and see what we get. Alright, so that just increases our condition. So that's what that does. Alright. And she wants those and those. Work assignment, that gives us energy. Okay, I just want to kind of see what all this does. Alright, so there we got energy. And this is the waste, but I don't want to sell anything over there. Can't work that because I was caught stealing. Alright, let's come back over here then and just do this one. And what were we doing though? We were doing this one because it's the engage one. There we go. So we got some scrap components. What do we got in terms of data? No data. Let's just check and make sure that everything looks good. Yeah, everything looks good now. We'll go ahead and sleep over here. We could feed the cat. Alright, so we fed the cat. Energy looks good. Let's go ahead and end the cycle. Get our dice for the day. Nope, we got the cat. No? Alright, I don't like that roll. Okay, there we go. I like that roll. That's much better. Because now what we can do is we can come down here. Get the data there. Look at that. Those good. Got money. We got data now. We can now come up here. We were working the office. And we want the engage because that gives us scrap. Come on, come on. There we go. Energy and the mission and the drive. Alright, let's go ahead and continue this, I think. We're waiting for spores and stuff. So we got a scrap component so we can repair ourselves. Uh-oh. As you say your goodbyes to the other forces and walk back through the low end, a chirping catches your attention. In a quiet corridor away from the main thoroughfare, someone has stuck a small recorder to the wall with a suit sealant tape. Written across the fluorescent tape is one word: sleeper. You peel it away from the wall, and as you do, it triggers some kind of improvised trip switch. Sleeper. Sabine's voice crackles through. I have seen you with Yagatan's members. Are they holding you captive now too? A high whine. I'm sorry if I have dragged you into this. Do not trust them. Something is happening with this gang. Some kind of power struggle. You cover the speaker a little. The voice too loud in the quiet corridor. I will come soon. Thanks for your efforts. I have located most of their property at the right time. A pause. I will see you soon. Don't give up. Remember our deal. The recording cut short. You stare at the recorder, processing what you have just heard. Hearing Sabine's voice again opens up something inside of you. An S&ARP employee. Do they know what that I know? You struggle with a mix of concern and distrust. You throw the recorder into a nearby waste chute. As you leave the corridor, still unsure who to trust, head quickly out of the low end. Okay, Sabine also helped this kind of. I think Sabine was a doctor in the beginning, so yeah, it's a little. What do we, what do we do? So, all right. With that, I am going to take another stretch break, and then we'll probably play for another 30 minutes or so, and then going to start enjoying Memorial Day. So I will be right back. Enjoy the stretch break.
Gasket, you gotta come and clear out some stuff for me. Hi, Bob. Burrito. I love him.
All right, here we are back. We are looking to see what we want to do here. We got a bunch of spores. Just looking to see if there's anything that's happening here. We have been working in the office here. This is one of the things that we're trying to complete here before we finish our time in the mushroom cycle here on Citizen Sleeper. 2 cycles, so I want to finish that. All right, do I have anything for her that she wants? She wants the round caps. I don't even know where we get those. A work assignment. Maybe I can get it there. I'm not really sure. So let's go ahead and sleep. I don't need self-repair. Everything's looking good. We should get 5 dice. We can always do a re-roll if we don't like them. No, I'll take those. I'll take those. Again, we can self-repair, so we're good there. We got good energy. So one more cycle there. We've got spores already. Oh, I can't work that. This is the one I wanted. That just gives us condition. So basically we exchange dice for condition. We got a work assignment that gives us energy, so I'm not worried about that either. So let's go ahead and cross over. I lean forward a lot, and that probably doesn't really help either. Alright, so random items. Oh, this is interesting. Got random items over here. Well, I'm going to do a... No, I'm not gonna do a random item. I just don't. Let's go up, just to make sure what's up here. Oh, there is Sidereal Dock. There's here. Okay, so it's over here now. Scout the dock. Way on board. You hope against hope that there's a chink in the vast armor. Ooh. Let's check this out, huh? I can do max 100% positive. Yeah, this looks interesting. Yeah, I like this. No, I keep... Nah. Okay, so we've got that now to think about. I forgot that was up there. They even said they were going to move it. Alright, well, we were still working on in Rabid's office, Rabia's office. Alright, so that's coming good here. So we got two more there. We're gonna do this. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave, we're gonna go down, we're gonna get some data. So we got the one roll. Alright, so let's exit out of this, and now we can go. Caster's table doesn't work. Come down here to the offices, and now we can, yeah, we've got data here, so let's go ahead and start. We can get some money. Alright, so now with money we can go to Emphas, who helped us out early on. So now we can get a bunch of energy. So now we've got good energy. What's going on? Let's just check. I can't remember if we had one cycle to go over here. Yeah, we do have one cycle to go over here, so. Nope, don't need a work assignment. I need, yep, sleep. All right. So now we can use a self-repair to make sure that we get all of our dice. Yep. Now we can go ahead and sleep. We got good energy. Everything's looking good. All right. I'll take that. I'll take that right there. All right. So now we can harvest. There we go. Yes. 2 random rares. All right. Okay. We keep doing that. Oh, two more random rares. Okay. So that is now done. The harvest. Now we can put in our spores. Okay. Figuring out the process here. Alright, so now we got these not very good rolls, but I want to now give her the mushrooms. There we go, give her the Matsutake mushrooms. There we go, we finished that. Yes. Yes. And I think we have left over for Emphas. Alright, let's talk to her. There we go. Rico meets you at the entrance of the lab, leaning over on her crutch with a glint in her eye. Walk with me, sleeper. Walk with me, sleeper. I'd like to tell you a story. She makes her way down the corridor that leads back towards the main commune building. When people first crossed what we call Founder's Gap into the Greenway, they did so against the wishes of Andre Erlin. At the time, Erlin was trying to stabilize the Union and establish control over the Eye in the wake of Solheim's collapse. It was chaos. I mean, competing factions, failing systems, so many dead and injured from the riots. That was his priority. I'm just gonna listen. You both crossed through a glass roof tunnel. The Greenway outside crowded with vines and branches dappling the light. Erlin had written the Greenway off, cut off from the rest of the station, and linked to a broken spoke. He claimed it was only a matter of time before everything here would die. He refused to let anyone abandon their duty to the Union and cross. They were traitors to the cause, or as good as. Grid continues, making her slow but steady way into the inner gardens of the commune. There weren't many of us, but we believed what was here was worth saving. We had to keep our plans secret until we crossed, and some of us left people behind. She paused to catch her breath, her voice cracking. It was difficult to know if it was from effort or emotion. What we found was a disaster. Nothing like what you see here. Half of the Greenway was leaking oxygen into space, the plants flash frozen. The other half was swamp of mulch, and decaying matter clogged every system. We worked hard. We lost good people. We cleaned up and closed up, but it was never going to be enough. After many, many cycles, we all knew this place was doomed, but we kept working, talking less and less, because we couldn't face it. We all developed a death wish. It was the Greenway was going to die, so would we. Alright, what changed? Everything, Rico smiled. We crossed some invisible boundary, tipped some biological scale, and the Greenway started to recover. Plants flowered, crops sprouted. For the first time, we reaped the fruits of our labor. Rico smiles, looking up at you. We thought it was us, that we managed to do just enough to end the cycles of decay. I thought we had saved the Greenway until today. You pass the grow beds of the commune, rich with the hustle and bustle of Haifa members planting and harvesting. For a while, Rico was quiet, and you both simply observed the hypnotic movements of the work crews, the eager chatter washing over you like a wave. Rico smiles to herself. I should have known, of course, that our arrogance was unfounded, but we needed to believe back then, and we needed a myth to bring more people across the gap. You both move into a smaller corridor, Rico following some direction unknown to you. What you have shown me is that back then, the Greenway saved us, not the other way around. Tell me, have you ever consumed one of the Matsutake or grow caps you have been growing? Yes, I actually have. I imagine they were delicious, nutritious, and unique. So we had it with Emphas soup. Uniquely so, she mused. After all, they were designed for you. Rico has a mischievous look. At first I thought it was the location they were grown in that made the mushrooms from the aviary, from the labs, or from the grow different to each other. But what I have come to understand is that it is the person growing them. The Matsutake and Gorilla caps you brought me are totally unique, containing compounds that never found in similar specimens in my possession. Many of these compounds aren't even digestible for humans, but for a sleeper like you, Rico smiles as she leads you back into the internal garden of the commune, where the Haifa members have planted species from all over the Greenway. Back when the tide turned, when the Greenway started to recover, we all felt something, a response. It was as if this place was not just alive, as a forest is alive, but alive in other ways. Communicative, responsive. We shrugged it off at the time, but now I understand why. Rico stops and turns to you. This place is responding to us, adapting itself to us. It is growing fruiting bodies for us, for me. It is adapting, changing. It is, in short, displaying all the signs of sentience. It's sentient? Perhaps not the Greenway, but the ecosystem itself, or something within it. Rico sits on a bench within the peaceful gardens and gestures for you to join her. When you have been growing the Gorils and the Matsutakes in the aviary, these species so familiar to the Greenway, have you discovered any others? Yes. Rico can barely contain her excitement. I should like to see those. Please bring me some the next time you are here. You look around the garden, amazed at the sense of peace within it. Rico interrupts the silence. There is a species of mushrooms that I haven't seen in years. It was dark, short, shaped like a club. We first found those in the early days when we were working to save this place. It was around the time that we started to lose our first members. They were succumbing to some infection, some mold growing deep in the dark mulch that drowned this place. At that point, we thought we were lost, and then these mushrooms emerged from the same black mold. We tested them and saw that they contained some compounds that counteracted the mold. They contained an antidote. Of course, as a botanist, I saw this as part of the natural process of the ecosystem, even in the timescale seemed absurdly short. But what I am wondering is if this antidote was a gift. Rico, meet your eyes. Perhaps if you are patient, you will receive your gift too, Sleeper. You both sit for a while. Rico, seemingly done telling stories for today. You watch the light playing off the leaves and plants around you and wonder what forces could be in play in this place. After a while, you stand and leave with a quiet nod to Rico, leaving her to her memories. All right, so now she wants something different. Okay, see, we got those. We have these, and we've got 3 of them. Which finishes the cycle, so we can talk to her. We've got some pretty crappy dice rolls here, but we can, boom, re-roll them, and they get even more crappy, but they really don't get crappy, because now what we can do is we can cross over, and now we can jump back in here and use these 1 dice to get data. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. Because all right, no, it didn't. Okay, go back in here. Go get that. See, there's another one. Yep, there's another one. All right, so 2 more data, and that's good because now we can come up here and go to the offices, and with the data we can get some money. All right, so that's good. We've got money, we've got scrap, but we've also got Imphis. So let's go to Imphis, because he wanted some of these to make the Matsutake broth. Alright, so now he's got that. And with our money, so he's can't do anything with him now because he's he's prepping to make a new thing. We don't have any dice. We could repair ourselves. Got some. We still got this seed, this one seed. So let's cross over. We also have where we can talk to her. We gave her stuff again, but I am going to go ahead and say that this is going to end our time here right now on Citizen Sleeper. I've been streaming here. I need to go ahead and start moving from Memorial Day. I need to go to the store and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, everybody have a wonderful Memorial Day. Make sure you get out there and tell people who have been in the military service and stuff that you support them and all that kind of stuff. And then have a, like I said, have a great holiday here. And there's a chance maybe I'll be streaming here this afternoon on this Memorial Day. So go ahead and watch, because I will probably be streaming Citizen Sleeper. So everybody have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye. All right, yeah, that was great. Yeah, Citizen Sleeper it's a fun game. I'm enjoying how these systems interconnect and all that. So you ought to check it out if you're interested in this type of text-based and tabletop